Hello, dear Leo. I am Jamie Dawn, your revolutionary astrologer, bringing you your January 2022 horoscope. And we are kicking off the month with Mercury as being the big talk of the town, but still Venus being retrograde till the end of the month as well, making some more close connections with Pluto. But let's just start with Mercury here on January 22nd, because it's also a new moon in Capricorn. So if you have Leo as your sun, moon, or rising sign, this influence is going to have you thinking, making decisions, maybe broadening your mind just a little bit, thinking a little out of the box when it comes to relationships, as far as partnerships, romance, who you actually want to do business with or contract with. That's seventh house. And also, this new moon in Capricorn is activating your sixth house, all of this at the very beginning of the month of January. And so it's having you thinking about meaningful work. And this is a perfect opportunity for you to really look at, what does 2022 hold for you? What do you want to accomplish? What are the things that you want to actually bring into manifestation? And most likely you're looking at things like your daily routines, your health, maybe those that you work with. But again, I think it has a lot more to do with what gives your work, your everyday life, true meaning. And some of this is about how you align with those that you partner with. So if you're looking at it from a business perspective, it may be, hey, do I actually want to sign a contract with this group or with this company that lets me express myself in my own unique way? And if so, does it line up with my values? Does it give me the spotlight that I really deserve to have? And does it give me meaningful work? So that's the kind of energy that you'll most likely be looking at. Many of you Leos may think about launching a new business, whether in a health area, or maybe you're looking at it from a daily task where you're helping organize things for others. It may also be where you're on stage literally, because Leo, you are larger than life and you're ready to put something new in a tangible form that actually will bring long-term success. And you're looking for action and results at the very beginning of the month. If nothing else, even if you don't have the results right away, you're looking at from that long-term perspective. A few of you Leos may still be waiting for the new moon eclipse that we had back in December. It was the last of the Gemini and Sagittarius energy, and that was activating your fifth house. You may be waiting for that new love or that new relationship, that new love affair, the thing that gives you an opportunity to find great pleasure in your life. And that can very much still be active, because eclipses we feel a month before, a month after very often. And so watch what happens around this new moon as well, that it could bring in a new opportunity to have some pleasure or something that gives you greater joy in your life. Also, January 14th, Mercury, I mentioned it's the talk of the town here for the month of January because it retrogrades. So we kick off the month of January with Mercury already in shadow. That means that you're revisiting certain things in your life, certain conversations about the relationships, about maybe some unusual topics that you had to push aside for just a little bit, that now Mercury retrograding is going to have you revisiting, redoing, resurrecting. People from your past, especially with Venus still retrograde, you'll most likely be looking at past relationships, cleaning them up, maybe thinking out of the box and finding unusual ways in which you can express yourself in your own unique way. Because remember, you've got a square going on with Saturn and Uranus here, with this natural square to Leo and Aquarius. And when you've got all this squaring off energy, there's tension here. So your mind may be working overtime. And I really feel, Leo, that you're going to be doing a lot of thinking during the month of January. Just be careful not to go into analysis paralysis or to exhaust yourself and relinquish your energy to all the thought processes. Because remember, you can't control an outcome with your mind. I realize the mind needs to be trained, and that what we think about, where we put our attention, the energy flows. At the same time, you can't make something happen just simply by thinking about it. So this is an invitation to use the Mercury retrograde in a way that allows you to revisit all the different areas of your life that maybe were a little bit put aside. Maybe it felt like there was a lot of fogginess around it. You weren't clear when it came to who you were partnering with or why you were even partnering with them. And did they bring out the best in you? Did they give you the freedom that you needed? I will say this, Leo, if you're in a relationship, whether it's personal or professional, that you don't feel free enough to express yourself, you'll most likely let it go during the month of January. Just keep in mind, Venus retrograde is not the great time to finalize or make major decisions when it comes to relationship values or finances, but it is a good time to wrap things up from the past that give you clarity. Now, granted, when Mercury's retrograde, we don't have a lot of clarity. There's a lot of fogginess, but with the Mercury in Aquarius, I feel as though the fogginess is going to be really about your individual expression, not so much about being clear on what you need in relationship. It's really about how can I have what I actually want to express myself, to be the best version of myself. Maybe I have to rebel against the status quo when it comes to relationship. You may be partnering with somebody that you have to fight for them, and you're revisiting issues that they're dealing with as well. The Mercury retrograde also lets you clean up anything from the past that has challenged you, that didn't make sense, and maybe was too emotional to deal with in the past, that now you get to take on a more objective, this is just the facts kind of view. And if everything is grand, if you've had nothing but wonder in your relationships, then this gives you a chance you and your partner to be able to strike out into the world, put a plan in place and say, this is how we're going to start changing our community. We're going to change the way in which we interact with people and with our friends. We want to do good work in the world, and you can partner with somebody to do that as well. Just notice that whatever decisions you make in January, I feel, are going to set you up for new daily routines for the rest of the year, really, but at least for the first 3 months of this year. And so you want to make sure that whatever reality you're trying to shape now lines up with your sense of values. If you're partnered with somebody, that you and your partner are on the same page. I would say that this particular month of January, you need to have the conversations, maybe behind the scenes, but if nothing else, get on the same page. This is about alignment, and this is about aligning, maybe bringing people along with some crazy ideas that you get to say, hey, listen, if we can actually implement this and put this in place, we can change our reality. And this is what you're trying to do. And the way to do it is to put little habits in place. This is a fantastic month to really look at your daily habits and what are the ones that need to be released and what are the ones that need to be implemented. Remember, big things happen through small steps. Now, we also have a full moon in Cancer. It's an emotional full moon because the moon is the ruler of Cancer. Cancer is all about emotions and security. It's also about nurturing, where we feel at home, where we feel we belong, activating your 12th and 6th houses. So this has a lot of behind the scenes energy. This is on the 17th of January. So all the energy leading up to this could have you feeling quite a push and pull between your daily activities and wanting to withdraw, a need to escape. You may find yourself, again, if you don't have the freedom to be able to withdraw when you need to withdraw, then you may make that very clear by releasing a job that has restricted you from being able to maybe work from home because that's what you want to do, or giving you the freedom to be able to express yourself in all kinds of different ways that you don't even know about, but you've been too restricted by it. Now you have a chance to let it go and to find that new opportunity that gives you a greater connection to the whole, to what you really feel is important for you. You may also feel all these amazing emotions towards a particular person that enhances your daily routine. Some of you may decide you want to let go of being single and finally commit during this full moon. I put that out there more as an intuitive hit than I do as looking at it from an astrological perspective. But I only say that, Leo, because it really feels to me as though you're ready to do that deeper work. And when we are in partnership with someone, it gets deep, because we have nothing to face but our shadow, our reflection. That's what 12th, 6th house full moon is all about. You looking at you from a deeper level, that subconscious level. This is a healing full moon for you as well. So if you've had some issues emotionally from the past, get that professional to a therapist, counselor, coach to be able to walk through this with you and to give you the opportunity to be able to heal the things that maybe you didn't even know were there. And then you can show up as a better version of yourself for that partnership or for that job, that routine. Also, I would say that this is an opportunity for you to look at a spiritual retreat or a group or something that brings out a deeper healing, compassionate quality inside of you. And you may be really motivated to do that bigger work because of it. Uranus goes direct on January 18th, activating your 10th house. If you feel as though you've had to be quiet or you haven't been able to really fully express your gifts out into the world, now Uranus going direct gives you that extra urge or that extra moment where, let's just say, it all erupts. When we look at it from Uranus, we're looking at it from a sudden perspective. We're looking at it from the energy that maybe we were suppressing that erupts on a personal and global scale here for you. With it being in the 10th house, this is where if you feel like anything stagnated in your career, your reputation has been, that now it suddenly starts to move forward. Because remember, Uranus is the planet of shock and surprises. And I feel as though this also can activate, now it's a square, so it may activate a moment where you finally speak up about, this is what I deserve to get paid with all this work. Maybe you've been overly generous with giving away your gifts and your creative expression and maybe all your talents. And now you're able to speak to it and you're able to say, look, this is what I deserve to have. Thank you for the opportunity. Now pay me. Now show up. Now you may not have to have the conversation. It may be that you are fortunate enough to be surrounded by people who appreciate you, who see your value, and they are just throwing the money at you, or they're throwing the opportunities at you to really put something in place that has long range effects that can be built, give you some stability, some security. You get to find out faithfulness, who truly loves you, who truly is faithful to you, and who truly wants to be in your corner. You'll have further emphasis of this with the sun in Aquarius on January 19th, moving into your 7th house, further activating partnerships and relationships. A few of you Leos may need to release a relationship in the month of January. However, I feel as though January is more future focused with your career, with your daily routines, as well as your own creative expression. And you're going to find that it's time for you to reconnect with the world and opportunities start to flow to you even more as all this activation is happening in the 7th house. And I will say this too, Leo, a few of you may be moving or relocating during this time because of a job opportunity that shows up. So that square that's happening between your 1st, 10th, 4th, and 7th houses may create a dynamic where in order for you to continue to move up the ladder, in order for you to continue to be a leader and to shine, you may have to relocate, or it could just simply be that your office gets relocated or you go into it because you're moving into a different role. All of that can take shape during this time. And of course, we know that whenever there's a change like that, there's always a release and letting go of something that once was. So I'm pointing that out, that there's going to be a mixed bag here of emotions probably for you in the month of January. But keep in mind, this is about forward movement, especially as Mars, our action planet, our movement, our planet that motivates us, enters its exalted sign of Capricorn, furthering your 6th house. So I have a feeling, Leo, that the overall theme for January is going to be letting go of the past, moving on to future calmer waters, and ones that allow you to have this daily routine that supports your well-being. And with Mars here, Mars is going to stop at nothing. It's going to burn the midnight oil. It's going to work overtime to make sure that you feel comfortable in your daily life, that you have these goals, these hopes, these aspirations to implement, to make money, to achieve, and you're going to be able to do that. Notice too how your body, your physical body, will most likely change during this time. You can get stronger if you're willing to put in the work. And with Mars here, it's going to make sure that one way or another, you're focused on your best, I'll say strongest version of yourself. You're going to be pushing, right? The other thing is you're not going to have so much talking. You're going to do a lot more action. And that also is going to be an upside for you because you get to manifest things. You get to, now remember, if you're looking at it from the mercurial standpoint, because of Mercury and shadow the entire month as it retrogrades and goes direct in January, you're probably going to get into the headspace of, am I going to make the right decision? Am I going to do the right things? Will I be able to actually manifest this? Watch out for that, because when Mars moves into Capricorn, it's going to be enough talk, start doing. How do we make this happen? Just launch it. Remember, you can adjust along the way. Just take action and you can adjust, right? Make a decision, as they say. The other thing is you may find yourself a little less sensitive during this time because you're so laser focused on trying to get things done. Do watch out for that. Watch out that the ego doesn't get overinflated and you start climbing this ladder of success and you forget about the people and the processes that got you there. It's a great time for you to also, I say at the end of the month, to release whatever it is out into the world that you are wanting to express most, that creativity, that joy, that wonderful, abundant energy and light that is you. Also, some of you Leos may be looking for love. This is an opportunity, a month where you can attract love at work. I have a feeling that a few of you may start interacting with a coworker. You may finally have that conversation with them that says, hey, I kind of like you more than just friends or more than just this co-working scenario. Any chance we can go out to dinner? We can try and make this thing happen. Explore it, see what's here. The only thing is, with Venus retrograde till the 29th, you want to take your time. Not everything is as it appears to be. And you might need to just revisit a few topics or a few things once Venus goes direct, moving into February and March, when she finally moves out of shadow in March. So, not saying you can't do it, just take your time. Also, keep in mind that Mercury will retrograde back into Capricorn in that sixth house of yours towards the end of the month as well, giving you a great time to look at your professional life. You may, even though you may have this coworker or this person in your life that you're like, oh, I'm a little googly over, your real focus is going to be more on, I can't show up for another person till I have my shit together. And that's what January is about. It's about really solidifying, Leo, who you are, all your routines, all your habits, and how you actually want to show up in your partnership. If you're bonded, if you're in a happy partnership, then this month says, how can I improve as a partner? How can I be a better version of myself? You may have those conversations with your person, and that allows you to take your relationship to the next level. Venus going direct on the 29th in your sixth house further emphasizes that if you've been waiting for a promotion, you've been waiting for some sort of leadership opportunity, maybe you've just been waiting for some other ways in which you can bring in more of your income or a well-being within your workspace, if you've had some tension there, that Venus going direct here can give you and attract to you opportunities to be able to have a better feeling that you're finally moving forward, that things are actually going to work in your favor if you do that hard work. And I know, Leo, some of you are exhausted, but please stay with it. One of the other things I want to mention, for some reason, it's just coming in mostly because Leo is the sign of the lion. There's a courage, heart energy. Do allow yourself to walk through any fears, insecurities you might have, and remind yourself that fear and courage live on the same axes. So they're not there to harm you. Fear isn't there to harm us. It's there to strengthen us. So anything you may be facing, anything you may be looking at, remember it's there to build strength, to build courage, to give you the opportunity to become an even better version of yourself, for your partner, and for the world. All right, Leo, I really hope that this helps. Please like, subscribe, share, comment. Come find me at jamiedawn.com. I look forward to talking with you. Have a great month.